Hello and welcome to Teccles Cake, where as always we are eating cake and talking tech. Now
I'm not eating cake today. I don't like Battenberg. Just saying.
All right, well don't interrupt my flow again.
I'll have your one. That's fine.
Today we're going to be talking about Google X and what our crazy friends in California are up to.
Yes.
Some of their more sort of crazier projects.
Yeah, so they have, I don't know if everyone knows this, if you know this at home, but they have a facility. It's a short walk from their big headquarters. It's a nondescript brick building, and it houses all of their top secret projects, things that they've rejected, things that they are currently working on and figuring out, do they need to reject them, are they commercially viable,
It's
so on and
like
so forth.
They're Google's chance to kind of think outside the box and
Skunk works.
into
Exactly.
the future,
It's like the skunk
basically.
works, isn't it?
It's where sci-fi dreams are
Yeah,
realised.
so it started
a bit
with
like
the
that.
Google car, the self-driving
Yes.
car, which is still currently in the works and has been driving around for like over 300,000 miles or something like that.
Yeah, they've raked up quite a lot.
Yeah. With
it's
no
also-
incidents as well, which
with
is,
no
which is slightly
accidents,
disappointing
which is very
because you
impressive.
kind of hope for
Well, they've always had someone in the car, you see.
even better, even more.
So
Yeah.
they're definitely not going to have any incidents.
2 people in the car, they've now dropped down to 1. And then eventually,
right?
because of laws, they
None.
can't have none, but they're trying to pass laws, which means they can have
I
none.
am so excited about a driverless car.
It does have a few major problems though, because it can't do rain, snow. Cannot tell the difference.
That's just
Baby
rubbish.
steps,
Yeah,
Tommy,
it can't-
baby
I
steps.
can't-
They're
it
doing with
can't-
normal terrain
It
first.
can't see things in the road, basically, unless it's another car. It's,
Oh no, I thought it was a bit more sophisticated than that. It's kind of built with all kinds of sensors and cameras and scanners, and it
okay.
can.
One day.
Yeah.
One day. I'm sure,
One
I'm sure
day.
it'll be there one
2020,
day.
2020 is apparently when they're
For me,
hoping.
though, the driverless cars are cool, but Project Loon is something that
Yeah.
stands out for me from Project X. And if you don't know what it is, it's basically Google's attempt to bring balloon-powered internet to remote parts of the world, to places around the world that don't get internet. So these rural areas, I think this is such a cool idea. They're giant air balloons. There's actually a video on the internet. You should go and check it out. It's fascinating what they're doing.
I can't, but how are these balloons going to stay in the air? Like,
Well, the idea
like they just
is-
stay in the air like
Watch the video.
indefinitely?
But no, what
I
they
think they
kind
do,
of travel.
yeah.
They're sitting in the atmosphere, kind of above
20 miles up.
above airplanes,
Yeah.
right? And using altitude wind that goes
Right.
kind of in layers, left and right. Using remote control technology, it kind of sits in one stream after a certain time and comes down and comes into the other stream. So it
How long do
maintains
they-
its position.
How long do they last up there?
That was not a great scientific explanation of what the video explains.
How
but
long before they eventually come? What goes up must come down.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what their lifespan is, but Google's got complete control over them, so they bring them down as and when they need
Maybe
to.
we'll do a video on it one day.
Yeah, that would
It's
be
supposed to be
amazing.
really good for like disaster relief as well. I think is a huge thing for it. So you get places trashed by a typhoon.
Yeah.
They can quickly get in communication and stuff like that.
Yep, just
Quite exciting.
Google
And that
trying
kind
to
of
save the
leads-
world.
Leads to
Yeah,
something
as
else that
usual.
Google's working on, which is like delivery drones, which is something that I think piques a lot of people's interest when Amazon
Yeah.
talks about having this drone delivery service.
I
But
thought
what-
that was actually a fake when they did that.
So
but-
did I. I thought, no, this isn't happening. But it's true. It's happening, supposedly. Obviously,
Yeah.
they need to deal with
Have you seen the
the
actual
FAA and the CAA
Have
first.
you seen the actual aircraft that they use? They're unique. 'Cause they launch vertically. They
Yeah,
launch
the
themselves
little
vertically.
octocopters, aren't they?
Yeah.
No, they're not. I think, are they not? I think they go
Octocopters
up
or
and then
hexacopters?
they fly up vertically.
Yeah,
they
then they
are
go
wing shaped.
horizontal.
They have a wing.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they go horizontal and fly.
Oh, it's
And
very-
they drop
very
off your little.
spacey.
Oh, we're talking about Google's one, not
Yeah,
Amazon's.
Google's one.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, Google's
okay,
one,
yeah.
yeah.
That looks a bit like a white aeroplane.
Big wing.
Yeah,
And then it drops a little thing on a string,
yeah.
and then a little string.
Your little
just like
treats.
Oh, it's so
I think they
cute.
tested
Those
it in
guys.
Australia, didn't they? You know,
Like,
some
thanks,
kind of
Google.
a remote farm. They
And they
delivered some
delivered
dog treats.
Some dog food.
Because that's,
Oh,
'cause that's
brave new
practical.
world.
Yeah.
Millions
But
of
the idea
dollars
is-
put into technology to deliver some
Ellen
dog
might have
treats.
locked some
The
dog
idea is
food.
there's more serious implications. So, off the back of what you were saying a minute ago, Google wants to help out in disastrous times
Yeah.
or, off the back of natural disasters. So these drones can get to places that humans can't. They can offer aid, they can offer food, they can offer cameras, you can maybe talk back through them. So the potential for this kind of technology is pretty,
Huge.
yeah, it's huge.
And I know very quickly that they started it, trying to trial it with the 9/11 services.
Oh, yeah?
Getting defibrillators. But they turned out to be a lot slower than they thought. Unfortunately for some
Wah,
people.
wah.
Yeah, so now they've moved into dog food in Australia, which is probably about a good
said.
So what about the things that Google's been working on that are maybe a bit too far-fetched and they're just
Okay.
never going to make it out of those four walls in
So
Google's
the
HQ?
infamous space lift.
You love the space
I love
lift,
that
don't
thing.
you?
I love the space lift. I wish it was a real thing, but apparently it's been deemed
Dangerous.
infeasible at the current time.
The minute I read that, I thought, there's no way this is happening. In fact, I read this, I don't know how true this is, but this is apparently an in-joke. They've got some whiteboards, Google have got whiteboards in their offices with this supposed sketches of this lift, and people have just, off the back of their own imagination, decided that this is what's happening. And as time's gone on, Chinese whispers kind of thing. People have decided this is what
So
Google's
just
making.
one guy just drew a space.
I'm going to draw a doodle. Let's see what happens.
Horrible hangover.
Okay.
I'm a bit disappointed over the fact that jetpacks and hoverboards have been vetoed by Google.
So the hoverboards, right?
So upset.
The hoverboards were deemed not really commercially viable by Google, just not
Yes.
really required by society,
And a bit too
which I think is a
costly.
huge mistake.
I know. Have you not seen Back
However,
to the Future?
They have now been invented by another guy who's done a
Alright.
Kickstarter for them. He started the Kickstarter last year.
Yeah.
And they're coming out. I was discussing this with a friend of mine just before we came
they actually
to
gonna
Luke's
sell them?
basement. Came to eat on Kickstarter. He's made the thing, and they're
That
coming
is
out.
amazing.
They're coming out next year, apparently.
In time
which
for the Back to
also
the Future.
happens to coincide with the Back to the Future date of Back to the
film was
Future 2.
true.
Right.
That's amazing. Oh, I'm excited because I really want a hoverboard and a jetpack.
Yeah,
Well, apparently these
costs
jetpacks.
cost $10,000 though.
Ah.
But anyway, back on topic. Back to Google.
I
Back to
can,
Google.
I can start saving from now.
teleport-
Sell an arm, maybe. I don't know, kidney.
You only need one. The
My left arm.
teleportation. That
Yes.
was quite cool. But that
Surely that's easy.
yeah. But unfortunately,
Course,
that's a small issue of violating laws of physics.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But that's never stopped Google before. So
No, that's true.
how about the kind of stuff that you would like to see come out of the labs? What's the thing that interests you the most, and what would you take forward from that?
Oh, I don't know. There's a couple of things actually. I don't know if I'm being greedy. I'd quite like an invisibility cloak.
That's cool.
That would be
Yeah.
amazing. That's probably one of the top superhero
Seen
powers
prototypes
that
of one of
people
those
would pick.
before, yeah.
Don't know if it's possible, but in South Korea they're making an invisible building. So if you can make an invisible building, you can make an invisibility
Damn well.
cloak. That's all I'm saying. And the second thing,
How about you, Tom? Oh no, you got another thing.
I want some
You need
digital. I want some
Alright,
digital
okay.
wallpaper. That's all.
Digital
Digital
wallpaper.
wallpaper, that is
That'd be
actually
cool,
quite cool.
actually.
That'd be awesome.
I think I'd go for. Have you seen the Tesla, the new Tesla autopilot technology? Have you seen
Oh,
this on
no.
their cars?
No.
And
It's
they're electric
amazing.
cars.
Yeah, it's absolutely. It actually drives. I mean, we've been talking about
Better,
Google.
better than Google's?
Yeah, well, it's quite different. I mean, you sit there and you're sitting there,
Mm-hmm.
and if you want to move left, you indicate left. The car looks around, moves over, stuff like that. And this actually works. I've demoed it.
It's like motorway technology.
Yeah, and
You say you've demoed it?
no, I watched it on YouTube.
Oh, I was going to say that's
Oh yeah, I demoed it. And it's like it matches speeds with the local restrictions, and but when you actually see it working, it's
That sounds
really cool. So you
incredible.
kind of wonder what if Google, what are they? Tesla. But this is Elon Musk is an awesome guy. Isn't he, I
Yeah.
suppose?
Well, you never know. There could be a Google-Tesla partnership.
Yeah.
You never know what comes out of Project X. They could be working on something for years before you even hear about it. So
True.
that's
What
the
about you,
beauty.
Chris?
My one is so they're already working on nano machine type technology. They've done some experiments with that. They've also got contact lenses that will detect your blood sugar level for
That's
Oh,
cool.
yes.
diabetes. I want to take this kind of technology further. I like the idea of biotechnology in the body, and if you imagine one day you could have all kinds of nano machines. If you get drunk and maybe you got work the next day, you say, well, I don't want a hangover tomorrow. I'm going to filter out all of the bad
I
stuff.
love that. That's how that was
If
your
you,
first
you get a gash
example.
in the leg, you go, oh, I need to repair that, and the nano machines go and they repair it real quickly. Things
Very
like that.
sci-fi, like that.
I like that
like-
idea. I don't know
that
how
does
far
sound
that
like
would
the
be in
future.
but I could.
You never know.
I could be doing with a bionic liver.
I imagine there was a time when people thought that driverless cars were far-fetched and whatnot. So,
So tell us what you guys think. This is what you think of
Okay.
the current technology. Go check it out. We can put a link below to the project page.
Yeah.
what kind of tech would
What kind of tech would you like to see?
Google X
Leave us a
working on?
comment.
Please leave comments and remember to subscribe.
Remember
Oh,
to
yes.
subscribe and like and all that jazz.
And we'll see you next time.
Alright.